Dana with the Freedom Please channel and essenceofme.com. I'm coming to you all today with a vlog. I have not done a vlog entry in a really long time. Um, I like doing them. I just don't know how to do them like short, and I don't know if they should be or whatever. So the other thing is that I realized that I have so many, it appears, my subscribers that are um, because of my crocheting, which is great. You know, I love it. But I kind of want to mix it up, and doing this for you, for me really too, and also kind of mix it up on my channel and to have some fun with this. And I really enjoyed the chronicling of my natural hair chronicles, even though I don't do them very often. I found that when with me saying certain things aloud, it's it kind of moves it out of my head and cements it in my process. And so that's been very helpful. So, jumping into this block entry, today's block entry is going to be about this new, I don't want to call it a new journey, but I'm just a little bit more focused than I feel like I've been in the past. And I, on my personal blog, I put up a post to this morning actually, and I'm calling it kind of like my Sunday summary, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. About 2 years ago, there's this, I'm going to call it a campaign. There's this woman, she started doing one word for the year, somewhat like when people do New Year's resolutions. She decided to just pick one word. She would pray over what the word should be, and that one word would be the focus for her entire year. 2 years ago, I did it. I thought that was great. That was very simple. And a lot of times, if you ever stop to kind of really pay attention to what's going on in your life, you will realize you have common themes going on in this repetitive circle, because usually it's something that we need to get a hold of in our life, or we need to learn something, or we need to apply something. And so you will see this repetition. When you look for it, you may see that it's more prominent in your life than you realize before you kind of stop and just took evaluation of what's going on. And so um, I did it 2 years ago, and I think I thought about it the year after that, but didn't really focus because I just kind of had too much going on. And so for 2013, I decided I wanted to do it again, but I wanted to do it a little differently. And so I'm doing the one word. Well, the website, you can go to it. It's called, I believe it's she. Oh goodness, I believe it's one word 365.com. And you'll have the information. You see all of these people. I mean, it's thousands of people that do this. And so, and there's nothing you got to kind of sign up or anything. But the reason why I kind of wanted to I wanted to do it on my blog, somewhat as like this public declaration, not just to share in the process, but to kind of hold myself accountable to what I would really like to happen over the year. And I'm trying to make sure that that was the correct address, but you know, it is what it is. So I wanted to use it as an opportunity to make a public declaration, and that's somewhat of what my post was about today on my blog. I'll put the full entry link in the description box, but this video is kind of going to be a companion, not as in detail, but to go with that. So for my one word, I was going back and forth and I prayed over it, and I decided that my one word is going to be transform. More so like a transformation. And a transformation is, I mean, you're changing, completely from one thing to another. And the visual that I had in my mind was like a transformer. I was like, okay, Optimus. I'm channeling Optimus Prime here. Um, but really wanting to see this transformation take place in my life, and for so many reasons, right? And then it made me think about, okay, Dana, you want to do this, but is this kind of like doing a New Year's resolution? Because I've never really done them in the past. I don't know why. I just never have. I mean, I would list down goals, but I just kind of left it at that. And to me, it was more of a writing out my vision versus it being resolutions. And they may be the same thing, and I just never really have taken the time to kind of dig deeper. But with all of that said, and I don't know why this curl. Okay, I'm sorry. With that said, focus, Dana. Um, I gravitated towards transform, and with that, I had to come to myself the same way that I do when I'm coaching people. And when they have an issue or a challenge, the first thing that we do is we look at it and we create a plan. Create a plan to help that person get from where they are to where they would like for their destination to be. And so, with that, what I allowed to kind of guide me on that course is there's this quote that I saw on a picture on probably Pinterest or Instagram. It was one of those inspirational graphics. And so the quote said, "Create a life that feels good on the inside, not one that just looks good on the outside." And to me, that summarized what I have been going after, and it's been for a while. But I think now I've stabilized things in such a way that I now have a very good foundation. And so, to anybody that's watching this, we go into this new year and we have such hope, and we should. I mean, we're blessed the fact that we can live another day to accomplish our goals, to positively affect other people's lives, to positively affect the lives of our family and our friends, and of people that we do not know, hopefully, so that our lives will count because we are here. Outside of everything else, outside of whether it's me doing crafts or talking about my hair. I mean, all of that is just extra, right? Because there's a day to day life that we live, and you want that day to day life to feel good. And I'm not talking about a feel good that's false, fake, or phony, but a feel good that no matter what is going on externally, that you can still have joy and you can still have peace and you can still have hope for whatever's to come from that moment forward. And so with taking on this word for the year, I sat down and I looked, and in some ways I compartmentalized what my goals were going to be. Because, when you write goals, you really should look at your career goals, your family goals. You may have some social goals. You may have spiritual goals, health goals. You have all these different compartments, but you're still just one person. And so to me, I thought about my big there. I mean, I have a big goal that it's a monster kind of thing that on a best case scenario, if even a fraction of that was to be, I would probably just wouldn't be able to contain myself, right? And so this monster goal, I looked at it and I decided to back my way out of that place, that destination, and really focus on the fact that this is a journey. In some respects, I could probably say, man, I just love if that monster goal was true right now. I do not necessarily believe that I'm ready for that monster goal right now. And so what does that mean? And what do I need to do to be in a place where if presented that opportunity, I will be able to take full advantage of it, being prepared to the greatest degree that I can, and to make it so that it's not about my goals, but it's about how it is that I can be a vessel to help others, and that I can live this to the fullest. That I can have that feel good life that I want for myself and my family. And so what I did is I sat back and I thought about some things. Now, some of them had nothing to do with the Monster Golf. I just want to do it in 2013, and I'm call it. You can call it a resolution, a goal, a plan, whatever. And so, what I did to go along with that is I wrote out these these things, some big, some small, that I want to do in 2013, and I am going to probably for the most part, when I do vlog, talk about that. It'd be great, in the comment section or wherever, if you'd like to tell me some of the things you would like to do this year. I mean, it could be whatever, whatever it is for you that will make that your life feel good, not just look good. You just, you kind of got it together on the outside, but the stuff on the inside is whack. We don't want that because that's always going to be temporary. It will never be long lasting. And the longer that it lasts, because it is not real, the worse off you will find yourself spiraling because it's not sinking in. It's kind of surface. It's like makeup. I don't really wear it. I'm not saying you shouldn't wear it, but I'm just saying, how we can, as women, well, and now there's men, but makeup, we can put it on and we can dress it up. But what's underneath there is underneath. And you will find that if you take care of what's underneath, then when you do add it on, you're just dolling it up. And that's fine. But you got to be okay with the bare bones. This is me. This is how I roll person that you see in the mirror every day. And the more that you love that person, the more that you tap into who that person is, the more that you do those things, the better off you're going to be inside so that that inside can fully reflect on the outside. Okay? So, before I wrap this up, I'm going to kind of tell you a couple of the things that I have on my list. I printed it up because I typed it. You can never also underestimate the power that you have in writing out your goals. Whether I wrote these out by hand and then I typed them, um, it just get it out of your head, get it down, and start moving. Okay, because a plan is never going to be 100% because you always have to make adjustments for things that you learn along the way. I mean, an example can be cooking. When you first started cooking, you may have wanted to create this huge meal, and you may have to start really small. And once you started small, you make adjustments so that you grow in what you're able to, your mental Rolodex. Oh, we can't say Rolodex anymore because people don't know what it is sometimes. But your mental, what you have as far as recipes and things that make your food taste the way that it should, and because you grow, and in life we grow, and you just really need a plan or a starting place as your jump off point to get you off of the block and into whatever it is you want to do. Okay, so these are not in any particular order. If you want to see a little more details, because if you see, I kind of have it fairly detailed for myself, you can go to the link that's going to be in the description box. On my blog at danapittman.com, I am going to have, I'm calling it Sunday Summary. And every Sunday, Lord's will, I will write those goals again and give an update on where I am on those goals for 2013. And my plan, my desire, I'm making it known right now, is that every one of these goals will be accomplished in 2013. So here we go. Number one, I want to host. Actually, I'm going to start backwards. I don't have these in any order, but my number one is a big one. So here we go. I'm going to back up. Sorry. Okay. Number 8. And there was, you could have whatever number that you want, but 8 was my number. And I actually am so glad it was 8. But I'm not going to talk about that today. Number 8, I am going to actively mentor one woman. In the past, I always loved mentoring, and I even have found over the years that I was doing it and not realizing I was doing it. This past couple of years, I've been more intentional about mentoring, and so I had to place that on my list of goals for 2013, that I want to actively mentor one woman this year. And I'm excited about that. The ladies that I mentored this past year, it was just awesome, and I still keep in contact with them. But this is just being women at different places in their lives that really want to take it to the next level. Okay, and so I want to do more of that this year with with one woman. Number 7 is I want to have monthly one-on-one dates with my husband, my children, and my best friend. Now, this, I guess, yeah, this past year, we started because our kids are getting older. We started doing one on one outings with them. My husband would take my son and would do something with my daughter, and I do the same. And so I want to do more of that this coming year, but I want to do it on a monthly basis instead of periodically, or as we have things going on and we kind of just want to get away and just talk with them. I want to do that still, but I want to do it like on a monthly basis to get us out. And as they are getting older, I have a teen and a preteen, and so we have. I've just loved going out and doing this with them. I realized that I mean, they're little people. I mean, of course, they're people, right? But just hearing their views on certain things, and we talk about their friends, but just kind of in depth, and we do it over a meal or go skating, like it's all kind of stuff. And I have my best friend on here too because, well, you'll see it on the blog post, but yes, that's what I want to do. Number 6, I am going to knit a folk shawl. I'm gonna, and if you follow my haul videos, in one of my haul videos that I do for my yarn hauls for crafting, I found this book at Half Price Books. And this is what made me finally kind of get off of my bottom and start learning how to knit. There are some beautiful, absolutely beautiful, it's called folk shawls, and they are categorized by country. And so I've decided that I want to learn how to knit well enough to knit one of those shawls. So that means sister got to get on it because I'm slow. I'm so slow, and I don't know how to read knit patterns yet. I know how to read crochet patterns, but not knit patterns. And so when you go to my blog, you'll see my update because I already have an update on that. Number 5, I'm going to read at least 12 nonfiction books this year. I read a lot. Right now, I'm doing another round of Bible in 90 days. So that means I'll read the entire Bible in 90 days. I just finished a book last night, which was a Christian fiction book that was sent to me by an author to read. I read for client projects. I read a lot. But what I realize is in all of that reading, I don't do a lot of reading just for me. Now, the Bible reading, yes. But I mean just like a book. So yes, 12 nonfiction books this year at least, and so that'll be one a month. So that'll still give me time to do whatever else I need to do for other things. So that was number 5. Number 4 is I'm going to train for a marathon. Now listen, if you've watched any of my vlogs, me talking about health, and I have trained all the way through a 20, I think it was a 22-mile run, and didn't run in the marathon. It's just, I don't know what happened. That's why it's on this list. Like, it's just gotta happen. I have not identified a race yet. I know that it will either have to be a December race or a January race. Uh, January 2014. And on my blog, I have what my training, what my big skeleton of how I'm going to train to prepare. Um, so, yeah, I'm going to need all your prayers on that one. Number three, I am going to outline the entire Bible, and not all the like little nuts and crannies, like all the little small details, but think about it, putting together a puzzle. And usually, when you start putting together a puzzle, what do you do first? Most people start doing your sides of your puzzle. And so that's what I want to start doing this year. This particular thing I'm not starting on right away, and I explained that in the blog post, but in 2013, I will outline the entire Bible. Number two, I'm going to finish writing a book in 2013. You may know or may not know, I write. I write fiction under a pen name. I write my nonfiction under my given name. Um, and I have a book that I was pitching for She Speaks, and that I've had just in me for a really long time. That is a nonfiction book that I am going to write this year. So right now, and I'm starting from scratch. I have a outline. I have my book proposal, so I'm not empty-handed. I've even started doing some of the interviews, but I have a long way to go, and so that book will be written in 2013. My last, well, my number one is I am going to host my first retreat. Oh, now, I have got to say that a million times because this has been a goal of mine for a really long time. And it seems like the longer that it has been a goal, that means the more excuses I have made: time, finances, um, location, dates. So, my hope is that by writing this down and taking it little by little every week, that this monstrous thing can come down into the manageable zone, and that it doesn't kind of freak me out when I think about it. And I will share more of that later. So, what do you have that you want to do in 2013, that you want to do to create a life that feels good on the inside and not just look good on the outside? Are there crafting things that you want to do? Are there business things that you want to do? Do you want to write a book? And have you really thought about not just what you would like, but how it is that you intend to get there? Because if there's a million quotes about people that fail to plan and all this other stuff, and you don't have to hear that again to know. Look at your track record. Look at your track record. The things that you really wanted done or really wanted to see come about in your life, what did you have to do to make that happen? And I almost promise you or guarantee that it was not sitting around and waiting, because there's not someone just gonna just hand you your dream. And when things are just handed to us, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be ours for the keeping if we are not prepared for what it is we're being offered. Okay, so I hope that this is the first of many. Um, if you are interested in reading more, I'm going to place the link to the full list, more about my one word, which is transform. And then my new, to me, this will be a new beginning. This will be if we're building a house, I have located my property, I have purchased it, and now I am laying the cement for the foundation. I have my blueprint. I'm contracted people to lay the concrete. Okay? And these things will help me with creating the concrete for the foundation of what it is that I see for myself and my family in the future. I pray that all is well with you and yours, and that I will be coming back to you sooner than later, with more updates on my Sunday summary. And tell me what you have going on. You know, whether you call it a New Year's resolution or it's a goal or a plan or some changes you want to make in your life, I would love to interact with you all in the comment section. I will talk to you all hopefully sooner than later. And I'm going to go because I'm rambling now. Take care and goodbye.